We're diving back into the world of Mega Drive Homebrew for a look at 2016's Mega Q Bert, developed by Jaklub. In the comment section to one of my recent videos about Homebrew Mega Drive games, I noticed some people arguing the toss about Homebrew Mega Drive games and ports of old games that nobody cares about. It made me think about how people think about Homebrew stuff. If you look at a Homebrew port of an old game to an old system and think, why bother, then I think you've missed the point somewhat. Homebrew developments are passion projects. You can't port an old game to a different system and sell it, so you have to do it for the love of the console, and that's why I find Homebrew so attractive. People care enough about the Mega Drive to develop and release entirely free games for it, and that's just really nice, isn't it? If you wanted to get into collecting for the Mega Drive for the first time and using real hardware and were put off by the resale value of a lot of old games, at least you can rely on the Homebrew scene to offer up a load of cool free games to try on a flash cart. And hey, here's another one! Released in 2016 and developed by Jaklub, Mega Q Bert is both a port of the original arcade game to the Mega Drive and a full-fledged sequel. The arcade mode lets you play the standard pyramid stages with the more rigid control scheme, but the Mega mode offers up 80 brand new stages that all have unique designs and much faster and snappier controls. You can even play both modes in cooperative multiplayer. You also get a choice of control schemes for the D-pad that may help some players get to grips with the direction Q Bert will move in relation to the isometric cubes. It's a really friendly and approachable way to enjoy the Gottlieb arcade classic, and showcases just how much affection Jaklub has for the arcade original. Mechanically, Q Bert is a simple premise where you hop around the cubes, turning them to the desired colour, while avoiding enemies. One enemy in particular is a purple snake called Coily that can be lured off edges if you time a jump to a disc correctly. You only have 2 discs per stage though, so use them wisely. The game gets increasingly more difficult with its ever-expanding stage designs and the need to turn cubes to different colours multiple times as the stages progress. Like all the best arcade games, Q Bert has a simple premise that's easy to understand but difficult to master thanks to the compelling arc of its difficulty, and that's no different here. It's just now you have a much more approachable control scheme, 80 new stages, and a wonderful visual presentation that really pops. The new stages are also much larger and require screen scrolling in multiple directions to see everything. I love all the little special effects that Jaklub has added, like the starry background, the score animations when you clear the stage, and these little interstitial scenes that are drawn in a pencil art fashion that look really striking. There is so much love for Q Bert on display here, and I'm so happy that stuff like this is available to play on a Mega Drive for absolutely nothing. You should never write off old games as being simple, repetitive things that nobody cares about anymore. The evolution of the medium may have made experiences like this feel a little antiquated, but there's still compelling action to be found, and Q Bert has buckets of character too. Q Bert himself is a daft little guy that curses when he dies. What's not to love about that? If you want to try Mega Q Bert yourself, then I've left a link to Jaklub's itch page in the video description. By the way, what do you think Q Bert is saying when he curses? With a mouth permanently stuck in the O shape, he must be saying something that starts with a vowel, right? I reckon he's probably saying arse.